Jack Heath, sports legends in New England. The only thing we're missing is Bob Lobel. He might be around here somewhere with all this memorabilia and celebrities and legends. But Craig Benson, former governor of New Hampshire, owner of the golf club in New England, having this great event for Ray Bourque. You've had several of these here, Craig. I'll call you governor. But what's of note is in July, you're having the first national USGA golf championship ever in the state of New Hampshire at the golf club in New England. That's got to be pretty special.
It's exciting. Let me just pick up on what you said about Ray. Ray's run his tournament here for probably 8 years in a row now. It's great to have him and all the celebrities, but Celebrities for Charity is a great organization that Ray heads up, and it's fabulous. Does a lot for a number of different charities. As far as the USGA National Championship goes, we couldn't be more excited. I mean, it's hard to get a national championship. New Hampshire's never ever had one before. And to be able to bring the types of players that are here, like Bo Hostler, who was at the US Open this week, that fine 17-year-old that was playing, he's going to be here. Andy Zhang, the 14-year-old, the youngest ever to qualify for a US Open, he's going to be here. So it's going to be pretty exciting.
I'm not sure if New England and New Hampshire really know what's going to be here. I think it's going to be pretty special, and to be the center of the amateur golf world, because you think of Tiger Woods, 3 amateur national championships, really put Tiger as Tiger before the big Masters win. So pretty special. How do you go about getting a national USGA championship at a golf course in New Hampshire, the golf club in New England?
Well, you have to have the right venue, and the venue is more than just the golf course, but the golf course has to be special. Otherwise, you can't even begin to compete, because these young men hit it so far. You've got to be able to have a long golf course. We have 450 acres that we've laid this out on, Arnold Palmer design. It means that they're in for a challenge when they come here. But besides that, 8,000 kids try out from around the world.
8,000?
8,000 for 156 slots. And good news, we have 2 New Hampshire players that are going to be here. So I'm excited about the local talent that we're going to have here. Chelsea Barrett was last year's runner-up in the same event. So we're hopeful that he's going to do just as well, if not better, this year.
Craig Benson, when you mentioned 8,000 people trying and only a few slots, some of the legends that we've interviewed, don't you think the analogy is true for some of the hockey and football and baseball and basketball players, that there's so many people that want those coveted 12 or 13 positions, and the lines of separation are so thin, aren't they?
Well, it is. And besides the talent, you've kind of got to get hot at the right time in order to be able to. You see the professional golfers, one week they're winning a tournament, next week they're not making the cut. It's the same person.
Right.
But they have to have their game in order to really be able to compete, because they're competing against the best of the best.
Well, knowing you for a number of years, people who either didn't know you as former governor or former executive in the business world, you're a soft-spoken, humble person sometimes, and so you've just glossed over how you really got this tournament here. What I'm saying is there's probably a lot of venues that would qualify and love to host a U.S. National Golf Championship. New Hampshire's not, it's great golf in New Hampshire. This is a beautiful facility and golf course, but you'd think it would be in Charlotte or Charleston or Florida or Myrtle Beach. How do you, okay, the venue fits, but what's the process to get this here? How long did it take you?
So it probably took us about 5 years. Working with the USGA, we're a young course.
5 years to get the event.
Right. And then we found out a couple of years ago, so we had to wait on top of the 5 too. And so young golf courses don't have the respect, if you will, of the golf world. They have to sort of earn their way up. And so it took us a while just to get on the list of people that would even be considered, because of that sort of perception about the golf club in New England and how it would play and what it would be like, and more than that, and I didn't touch on this either, it's more than just the golf course, it's the local community too. Do we have enough hotel rooms? What's the airports like? Can we support it with restaurants and so on and so forth? I mean, there could be thousands of people coming to this event, which is open to the public and free of charge.
Free of charge.
Everybody can come free and watch.
The dates?
The dates, it starts the 14th of July and it ends the 21st.
This is a relatively new resort facility. What will this do to the history of your golf club to have hosted this 5 or 10 years from now? Does it really change the identity of this club?
Well, yeah, it certainly puts you on the map. And people will then know you as the type of golf course that's elite. And so we're excited about that. We've worked really hard to make this place special. Again, first for New Hampshire, which is great for the entire state. And so we couldn't be more tickled.
Okay, before we let you go, some of the legends who are playing in Ray Bourque's event today have been on Sports Legends New England. Ray Bourque, Gordy Kluzak, good friend of yours, still doing TV for the Bruins. Andy Brickley, Milan Lucic, a legend in the making. Kenny Linsman. Let's get some secrets out here on TV. Okay, Ray, 306 yards in the long drive, pretty long. Outdriven by one of his sons, though.
At least one. I think maybe two of them got by him.
Both in the National Hockey League. But how good are some of these former pro athletes when they take the passion of golf up? How good are they?
Well, Ray Bourque is very serious about golf. Probably as serious as he was about hockey in the day when he was playing. Some of the other hockey players, and we have a couple baseball players too, they play it, but they don't play it with the enthusiasm, passion, and determination to be great at it. Ray Bourque is a serious, serious golfer.
What's a good round here for Ray Bourque?
Ray lately has been shooting in the mid-70s, so that's a pretty good round. He might have a hard time shooting that here, but he would certainly be no more than the higher 70s.
Now you mentioned Bo Hustler, the amateur that's took the U.S. Open by storm. You know, he still has braces. He's going into his senior year in high school. He's a friendly, affable kid. He seemed to almost thrive in the competition. He's going to be here. What do you expect some of these competitive championship scores to be at your golf course when the best of the new PGA world or pro world, the best of the best in the world coming out of the amateur, small of the world, what do you expect some of the scores to be?
So you'll probably see what you saw at the U.S. Open. Kind of the winner's going to be around even. We're growing the roughs out to about 4 inches, which is fairly long around here because we have very thick grass. Our greens will be fast, 12 to 13 on the stimp meter, which means they'll be rolling them by pretty good if they miss it.
Which means to me just touching it.
You got to be careful where you hit it, and so, and you know they're gonna be punished for getting out of the fairways. So it's going to be a very U.S. Open look around here, and my members hate me for it because they have to play out of it before the tournament shows
and after.
And after.
Well, Craig Benson, former governor of New Hampshire, and still teaching at Babson College, and in your spare time hosting a national golf championship. Thanks for having us, Sports Legends in New England.